Have you ever been sued after paying someone for damage you caused? I drive a lifted F-350, not because I want to flex, but because I run construction crews and need to get through muddy job sites all year round. I've been in the trade since I was 14, legally in my state, and now at 22, I'm a foreman. I make solid money, and I handle my responsibilities like a grown man, including when I screw up. A few months back, I pulled into a McDonald's after work, too tired to cook. On my way out, I was watching the traffic to my left, not realizing someone had stopped in front of me. I clipped their mirror and scraped the side of their car. Totally my fault. I jumped out of the truck and checked on the guy. Let's call him Brent. I apologized and asked if he wanted to call the cops. He said, "Nah, bro, it's private property. Let's just exchange info." Cool, I thought. He seemed reasonable. I offered to pay out of pocket to avoid an insurance claim. He agreed and said he'd get an estimate from the shop I recommended. A month passed. Nothing. Then one afternoon, Brent called and said the shop gave him a deal, and the estimate was $2,403. I figured it was higher than expected, but I told him to go ahead and I'd take care of it once the work was done. Another month passed. Again, silence. Then he hit me up while I was on site. He said the shop couldn't get him in for 2 more weeks and might find extra damage. Then he added, "Or if you want, just write me a check for $2,500 and we'll call it good." I thought that was odd. Why wouldn't someone want their car actually repaired? But I said, sure, let's meet and get this over with. Then, another month of silence. Finally, he messaged me at 11 p.m. one night asking to meet. I had to be up at 5 a.m., but whatever. I just wanted it handled. I brought $2,500 cash and a quick contract I'd written saying that by accepting this payment, he released me from any and all liability. He barely read it, didn't want a copy, and just took the money. I texted him a photo of the contract, and I thought that was the end of it. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. A month later, I get a letter from a lawyer. Brent is suing me for $10,000, claiming I never paid him. I called him. He blocked me. But this is where it gets fun. My girlfriend works for a lawyer. I brought him the texts, the contract, everything. He told me I was covered. In my state, any written contract worth over $500 is enforceable in any court. Then I remembered something. Brent had his business logo on the side of his car. I googled it and found the business was registered in his name. Even better. His company had 12 one-star BBB reviews from people saying he quoted one price, then charged 4 times more. Sound familiar? When court day came, Brent looked smug. He smirked and said, "You ready to give me more of daddy's money? Just because I'm young and drive a nice truck." His lawyer got up and started throwing out wild claims, said I hit and ran, that Brent barely got my plate, and that I bullied him into accepting $2,500 when the damage was worth way more. But then my lawyer calmly laid everything out. Printouts of every text message, the signed contract, photos of the damage, reviews from Brent's own customers showing he pulled this exact scam before the courtroom was dead silent. Finally, the judge asked Brent if he had anything to add. Brent, completely out of his depth, goes, "I don't even have the $2,500 anymore. Can I just get that and we'll be good?" He admitted to everything in front of the judge. His lawyer's face went pale. The judge ruled in my favor, slammed Brent for wasting the court's time, and made him pay my legal fees, damages, and lost wages since I had to miss work for the hearing. Here's the sweet part. My crew was on a high-dollar job that day. I was making $475 per hour. After 5 hours in court, Brent owed me just under $5,000. So yeah, I caused the accident. But Brent tried to scam me and got wrecked in court, and I walked out richer than when I walked in.